Hi, I'm Pat McCormick. Welcome to Go Soldiers. Today we're on Ferry Hill, also known as Douglas Hill, here near Shepherdstown. I'm precariously sitting on a rock overlooking the Potomac River you can see behind me. The artillery posted on the Maryland shore was trying to cover the retreat of the 118th Pennsylvania. A few of the rounds fell short and landed here among the lime kilns. One hit directly on this lime kiln right here, and apparently 12 to 15 men were killed inside and many more wounded. We're on our way to investigate the Shepherdstown battle. Come along for another adventure. Behind me is the house of one Henry Kidd Douglas, who was an aide to General Stonewall Jackson during the Civil War. He built his house here, and it was called Douglas Hill for a while. On September 19th, some Union cavalry showed up on top of this hill and immediately received fire from across the river. It wasn't that accurate, the cannon fire, but they retreated, and that was the start of Shepherdstown battle. Shepherdstown, the Bavarian Inn. Stayed there. That was a good place. Run, okay. That's that road there. Okay, so first pull off on the right down here. Gotta check something out. This is it. If you had been here on September 19, 1862, you would have seen several Federal troops across the river trading shots with the Confederates along this bank. The previous evening, after the bloody Battle of Antietam, Confederate General Robert E. Lee had pulled his 30,000 troops, horses, and artillery away from Sharpsburg and crossed the Potomac River here. General William Pendleton commanded the Army's rear guard on the bluffs here, overlooking Boteler's Ford, exchanging fire with Union General George B. McClellan's men. Finally, a Federal charge scattered Pendleton's command. Pendleton rode through the night to inform Lee of the disaster. In the retreat, the Confederates left behind several batteries of artillery, which were captured by the Union soldiers. On September 20th, amid thunderous Union artillery fire, Confederate General A.P. Hill's division slammed into the Union 5th Corps on the bluffs here and drove the Federals into the river. 2 brigades of Union troops climbed the steep bluffs to repel the rebel advance, including the 118th Pennsylvania, who was fighting with defective weapons. Shouts, cheers, and orders were drowned out in the roar of musketry and the defiant yells of the foe. By this point, the 118th situation was growing desperate. Company officers like Donaldson Crocker were doing their best to prevent a panic and hold their men together, but at this crucial moment, the Confederates picked off several other key leaders. Captain Joseph Ricketts was wounded while firing at rebels who had closed to within pistol range, and then was killed by another shot. Captain Cortlandt Saunders, commanding Company G, was slain instantly by a bullet through the head. When Captain Donaldson finally received the order to retreat, he called out to his men to be steady and follow me. Some men, in their panic to escape, plunged down over the sheer cliffs of the bluffs. Some died as they fell or jumped into the narrow ravine, and some were shot in the water. The 118th Pennsylvania Infantry lost 271 of 737 men in its first battle. Confederate casualties were 30 killed and 231 wounded.
Look at these sheer cliffs. This is what those guys had to face that day. Wow. Look at this. There's just no easy way down. Unfortunately, some of the poor men had to jump to their deaths or serious injury. Guys would have tried to come down right there, down through there, to make their escape, and it would have been horrible. In fact, I believe Captain Donaldson, this might have been where he came down, and it was so steep, at one point he had to dodge under an overfallen tree, which he did by laying down and sliding under it, and the rest of the regiment followed him. It was not a good day. September 20th, 1862. Not for them. The 118th Pennsylvania, they suffered pretty miserably that day. We're here to find some of them.
Friday, September 13th, 2024. This is the battlefield of Shepherdstown, standing in a very tight hollow between the rocks here, where some of the soldiers may have come down on September 20th and tried to get away. It would have been very difficult.
Pretty sure I heard somebody say it was difficult. So let's try and see if we can get somebody here. Hello, sir. My name is Pat. I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm here to help. Can you tell me your name, please? That's the sound of the bird that was going nuts, a crow, right up here. They usually do that when there's something around that's unusual. Kevin. Kevin. Hello, Kevin. Nice to meet you. Would you do me the favor of telling me, were you with the 118th Pennsylvania?
Tell me what it was like that day, Kevin. So please, say help if you need help, and us if there's more than one of you.
Kevin. Okay, Kevin. I heard you say help us. So get as many of the guys with you and come over here, please. And I'm going to help you go to heaven so you can be with your family and friends right now. I'll be right back after I cross Kevin and his friends over.
Lord God, when the last man has gone in, please close the portal. Kevin, thank you. Go with God.
Don't leave me. There's nobody going to be left behind. No one gets left behind. Okay, I'm not sure what all that said, but they went in, and then right at the end, let's make sure there's nobody stuck here. There's a remnant of a lime kiln, one of 3 that are on this road. And I believe the one that was struck by artillery fire. The artillery posted on the Maryland shore was trying to cover the retreat of the 118th Pennsylvania. However, a few of the rounds fell short and landed here among the lime kilns. One hit directly on this lime kiln right here, and apparently 12 to 15 men were killed inside and many more wounded. The men then started running uphill toward the rebels to try to get away from the artillery fire until it was finally stopped. Behind me are the bluffs, where on September 20th, the retreating 118th Pennsylvania had to come over. Some had to jump off and chose to do that because they were being pursued by the rebels very hotly. Unfortunately, a lot of them died or were wounded by jumping off these giant cliffs here. Take a look at these. This is amazing. Look at that height. That is not a fall you're going to survive most of the time. Right there is remnants where the dam was. On September 20th, 1862, when the battle went wrong, that was one of the places that the soldiers crossed over to the other side. Some of them were shot while they're doing it and fell in. Now that's the remnants right there. This is another one of the lime kilns that was here. It produced lime for the cement factory. This would have been another place they took shelter that day while trying to retreat across the river. Helped a couple of men already, feeling pretty good. Gotta check this out though. It's a furnace. I wonder if this is also a lime kiln or if they're trying to do charcoal. Very cool. Very cool. I saw this on Google Maps in the picture. I had to check it out. Let's see if we can get anything here.
Anybody here need help? If so, say help. There's more than one, say help us. And tell me your name, please.
Okay, I heard a help us or a help me. So I'm going to tell you that I can help you. But I need to know how many people are here. Is it just you?
There's more than one. Can you please give me a number? Because I want to help as many guys as possible.
Okay, I didn't hear a number. I heard please help. And my battery's getting very low, so all right. I'll be right back. Crossed. Okay, thank you.
my name is Pat McCormick. I'm here to help the 118th Pennsylvania Volunteer Infantry, and specifically Captain James Ricketts, Captain Cortland Saunders. Could I speak to the highest ranking captain, please? Either Ricketts or Saunders. Please tell me your name and how many men you have with you that need help. I can help you, sir. Okay, Captain, I'm going to listen to your answer now.
I can't hear you, Captain. This helps me to do it. And I want to say I'm sorry for what happened to you. This battle did not have to go the way it did, but unfortunately it did. And you were very brave. I'm asking that you please guide your men home safely. They all deserve to be home. I'm sorry for what happened to each and every one of them. And they will be with their friends and families in moments.
Captain, when you're ready, just say ready. Okay, sir. Go ahead. Give the command forward march. God be with you, sir. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. Penn State. NC Lions. That's right. Oh, God. Chuck Ricketts. Lieutenant Moore. Jim Saunders. Thank you.
Behind me is the cement factory that was used to make cement here back in the 1800s. It had already been abandoned and burned by the time the Civil War started. But these are the remnants, and Confederate sharpshooters used it to pick off the guys trying to cross the river. Hello, my name is Pat.
Are there any Confederate soldiers here who got shot while being in this building on September 20th, 1862?
I think that's a yes.
Can you make a noise to let me know you're here?
Okay. Sir, I heard that. I'm sorry you got killed that day. I really am. You're not my enemy. The war's been over a long time. If you need help, please say help, and I'll
I'll help you, sir. Please tell me your name.
Okay.